Hello, everybody. This is the target audience. Hey, listen to me. Content is made for everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us, and hopefully for you too. And I think this content is specifically made for us because we're talking about the new Peacemaker trailer for HBO Max. And I'm glad we get to talk about this, Josh, because the Suicide Squad was a huge success. I mean, Warner Brothers and DC went to James Gunn and said, hey, make the Guardians of the Galaxy, but you pretty much get free reign. And they did it, and I thought it was a great movie. But one of my highlights was John Cena as Peacemaker, because our history in wrestling heavily involves liking John Cena because he's the man, and we finally get to see his acting chops. He's been in a lot of comedy movies, but we finally see him in a comedy but also a serious role. And him in the Suicide Squad was perfect, and I'm so excited to see him with a full show. I mean, what are your thoughts about this? I'm super pumped.
Yeah, so first off, a little bit of backstory. Obviously, we've already discussed how much of Marvel fans we are on the channel. When it comes to DC, definitely not a hater or anything. There's a lot of DC movies that I really like. Most controversially, probably, I really like Man of Steel, which is a controversial one. But The Suicide Squad, as you can see, was one of my favorites from the DCEU so far, for all the reasons that you named. But yeah, John Cena was a huge highlight. And for anyone unaware, both Alex and I grew up watching wrestling and then also wrestled ourselves for a while. So obviously very familiar with Cena. And I thought he was hilarious as Peacemaker. And I'm curious to see how that tone is going to switch over to this series. I know James Gunn was also involved with this series. I don't know if he directed every episode, but I'm interested to see how that tone with that character transfers, because I do want to say real quick, you're saying you started in comedy. Are you forgetting the Marine?
Oh no, the Marine! I forgot about the Marine.
Or 12 Rounds? Come on.
Oh shit! I mean, those are comedies in themselves, but he's so funny. But he also has the other side. He's not just one note Johnny. You know, he has multiple notes to him, and I'm so glad we get to see that. And hopefully, this show will show all of those.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it. Peacemaker official trailer for HBO Max. We're going to get started.
Trailer before the trailer.
Trailer before the trailer.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Peacemaker?
No.
He is a trained killer. We've got trouble with that maniac.
Is that the guy from Scary Movie?
What are you waiting for?
Is that a bald eagle?
Back there.
Can't house train an eagle, dude. Not without stealing its soul.
Hey, Dad. Go from
It's a
there, Dad.
T-2000?
Somebody shot me. A building fell on me.
You let somebody shoot you?
It's not like I invited him to come shoot me, Dad.
Pathetic.
He was also in the Marine.
Was he?
You're in prison for what?
That's hilarious.
I work for the government.
Post office?
You think they'd let me out of prison to deliver mail?
I don't know. It's the first government job I could think of.
I kill people for it, okay?
That's a really cool suit,
This
that guy.
task force doesn't officially
like that,
exist, which leaves us on our own.
We call our targets butterflies. They are a serious threat to the safety of American citizens.
There's something weird going on. You think me and Vigilante are too stupid to notice.
Hey, everyone! Which one's me and which one's Eagly?
Okay, you're half right, but you score 50% of the test at school. What do you get? A D. School wasn't my bag. It's for dorks.
That guy's a clown.
But there's something about him that's sad.
Is your target in sight?
Peacemaker, take him out.
Even the kids?
Yes, terminate him immediately. Take the shot.
He told me to kill kids. He didn't say why.
Because right now the world needs a son of a bitch. And you're the only one.
Still struggling with it. Not fully.
I thought
Good.
you loved peace, no matter how many men, women, and children you needed to kill to get it.
Oh, he's changing. Oh,
I don't know. Lately I'm having feelings about things. Dad, maybe I'm a grower, not a shower. What? An individual you don't like, and then you learn to like.
You're comparing yourself to a chode.
Not in a bad way.
Your dad is not a good man.
Still family.
My advice? Cut it out with the introspection. The mind is a den of scorpions better left running from, not towards.
just yells at him.
We just got shot at! You ever been shot at?
No.
He's in his underwear again. God damn it.
Two jerks in costumes and a couple
Looks
of
like a lot of fun action.
It's like a real team out there.
Yo, what the hell is that?
It's a grenade I tied to a Russian tank shell.
Why not just the grenade?
Grenade blows up like 2 people.
How many people does this blow up?
I don't know. I invented it this morning.
What?
Eat peace, mother.
Wow. Okay, this looks like this feels like a heavily comedy action series. Heavily on the comedy. Like this feels like almost like I felt like I was watching a Marvel teaser almost. Like I feel like they're like, okay, we need to loosen up a bit. Let's just have fun with this. James and whoever else, do your thing. But we also like Peacemaker after his spoiler. Near-death experience versus Bloodsport, he's really changing. You know, he did have that moment of hesitation where he wanted to kill Ratcatcher too. His lip was quivering. It was a great acting moment. But in that moment, he decided, sorry, kid, peace comes first. And in this, we see him ordered to kill children, and he's like, no. It's like, oh, shit. Character development. Nice.
Yeah. First, a few things. First of all, huge credit to whoever made that trailer. I think a huge part of trailers being good or bad is the editing and the music choice and all of that. That you would think that the movie or the show creators, whoever, don't have a ton of say in always. And this was a really well-made trailer. Got me really hyped for the show. So credit to them.
And I still have no idea what it's about. Besides that, Peacemaker's a star, and his sidekick is named Vigilante, which is kind of funny. Like that's his superhero name.
Oh, that is funny.
And the only thing that was a 3-minute, 18-second trailer, and the only thing we know about is Peacemaker, the couple people from Suicide Squad, Vigilante, and how he's struggling with really being the Peacemaker. We know his dad's in it, which is the one guy from Terminator, which is hilarious, but that's a perfect trailer where it shows you a lot but tells you nothing. It's like just enough to get you excited.
Exactly, because I mean, if you know this show exists, or you see that there's a trailer for the show, you know it's going to be Peacemaker, action, comedy, all those things. And this trailer gives you a whole bunch of what looks like really fun moments and really fun scenes and what looks like a good story without spoiling anything. And that's very difficult to do. So I think they balanced that really well. The second thing I wanted to say, let me grab this real quick, actually. James Gunn made this movie a long time ago called Super with Rainn Wilson. And this trailer gave me heavy vibes of that movie. If anyone out there has seen it, or if you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. It's kind of like that more like ragtag street level superhero, but the costumes especially I love in Super, and I also love the costumes in this trailer. Peacemakers I already liked from the Suicide Squad, but the sidekick he had, I commented. Some of the other costumes also we see in the trailer looked really cool. James Gunn does a great job with like having it right at the edge of being goofy without being too ridiculous, like Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad. An absolutely ridiculous costume, but it's pulled off in a way that works. So really excited to see the visual kind of aspect of the show too.
Yeah, all their costumes are practical effects. There's no CG Spider-Man outfit. And the fact that John Cena was wearing his costume to every press conference and interview he did is fucking hilarious. I feel like this show is probably going to have, like, I've talked about this before on this channel, the Avengers Endgame effect, where it's like, this show looks funny, hilarious, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like it's going to have that. But it's also going to be super serious, dark, and some very heavily deep character-driven moments where it's like, a lot's going to happen. Maybe there's going to be cameos from other Suicide Squad members that survived, because James Gunn himself said Nathan Fillion survived.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And he loves putting Nathan Fillion in his in all of his content. So I wouldn't be surprised if he drops in with his detachable arms. But besides that, that's all I got to say about this one. That was a great trailer. I'm buzzing.
And it seems like with HBO Max, it's like every time I start to think, not really much new on here for me to watch, they come up with something for me to keep that subscription. So HBO Max in January, I'm looking forward to it. I also do think there's definitely some irony in the fact that John Cena becomes a superhero and has one of the like most over-the-top, flashy, ridiculous superhero costumes, and then his whole career as a professional wrestler, he just wore jean shorts. So there's definitely some irony there.
But it's funny, yeah, jean shorts and also just every color of the rainbow T-shirt, and now he just has his goofy ass red, yellow, and blue T-shirt with cargo pants. It's totally John Cena. Like, I feel like they made this character for him. It's perfect. I can't wait for this.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for our reaction to the Peacemaker trailer. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. We are currently watching the Hawkeye series and doing reactions to those. We're also reacting to Star Wars, The Clone Wars, and we react to trailers, TV shows, movies, movie reviews, and everything else. So subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss anything.
We are the target audience. Content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us and hopefully for you too. Thanks for watching along. Thanks for joining, and we'll catch you in the next one.